Всем привет, с вами Рухара, и продолжаем прохождение Zero Parades, нашего шпионского триллера. Ну, интересно, очень интересно, я бы сказал, вместе мы вчера закончили. Потому что очень сильно продвинули сюжет, поняли, что, собственно, того самого, кто нас сюда призвал, тоже уже завалили. Не то, что за нами следят. Но нас спасла, собственно, зам нашего старого друга, который нас сюда и позвал. Сейчас мы на конспирологической квартире. Как раз закончили на том, что в целом мы с ней полностью поговорили. А, блин, точно, надо как-то тревожность снизить. Так, а выйти отсюда? А, нет, могу. Рыбка, кстати, вообще, конечно, не идет. Так. Вот хотя бы попробуем понять, где мы. Угу, тусовочный переулок. Я на самом деле сейчас не хочу ни с кем разговаривать, ничего делать, я хочу пойти. Просто обратно.
An old bench kneels in your presence, its planks are bowed and scarred. It sags gently as you settle in. Operant Cascade's first special bench, filed age 14. Location, Landau, capital of the Holy and Democratic Republic. A slab of marble and cedar.
Сказал, не хочу ничего
Cool,
делать, да?
even in summer. The perfect place to hand roll cigarettes and devour deviant graphic novels. Pulpish black and white collections, printed and stapled together by a snorkel to messier, louder, brighter worlds. Maybe you'd have never. After some time, the present seeps back in. Your limbs don't feel as heavy as they.
Усталость мне, конечно, снизила, но я как раз хочу полноценно отдохнуть. Чтобы тревогу снизить. Хотя, с другой стороны, ночь. И я не пойду пока ничего взламывать. Давайте пока попробую тревожность снять. Опять же, я не уверен, что сон ее снимет, но можно попробовать.
A glacial wind emanates from her.
Not remotely. I've moved Pseudopod into the spare room. Something appears to be very wrong with him, but I suppose you knew that already. But you see, you have upset me by keeping it from me. I also found this while I was moving him.
She hands you a red disc. A handwritten
Он
label
что-то
on
не
it
нашел,
reads,
получается,
"Ultra Violetta,
пока
you
его
but from a
обыскивал.
dream."
А, ультравиолет, понятно, это та самая девка.
Is that important?
А зачем ты мне дала тогда это?
Snooping vindicated.
It appears to be a bootleg of some kind, but if you don't know anything about it either, I can only assume that also means he won't be receiving any service medal, richly deserved though it may be. I wouldn't say time is on Pseudopod's side. Were you able to piece together?
Her demeanor is sincere. You could open up if you wanted.
And? That's good. I'm sure he left ample clues. You'll just have to come at it fresh.
The attitude that has carried her through her.
Well, I should get back to the desk. You should probably head upstairs.
She watches you go.
Спасибо, я изначально-то и пришел отдохнуть, как бы. И не на глупые вопросы отвечать. Правда, не знаю, игру, есть ли в этом смысл. Сейчас узнаем.
The bed welcomes you for a soft slumber.
Ну, как минимум, есть смысл, чтобы у меня не было статуса
The
усталости.
anticipation of a decent rest pulls you towards it.
Так, стоп. Бодрость длится 10 часов, хорошо. Так, ну половину тревоги снял, хорошо. Все равно того стоило. 5:50 рано. Стоп, что?
Peeling wallpaper hangs above your bed,
А,
uninspiring. A shadow from a passing aerotram crosses the wall momentarily. Birdman
висит.
watches on approvingly as you secure his position. You step back and survey your decorative efforts so far, paper on paper dwarfed by the enormity of the void that surrounds it. You've been starved of art, of colour, of life, of fun. The wall feels less dreary.
Так, ну поехали. Что за игра, что делать надо? Привет. Привет, собственно, игра про шпиона. Вот я работаю шпионом, надо что-то сделать. На самом деле тут игра начинается с того, что ты вообще не знаешь свое задание, и тебе надо понять, что от тебя хотят. На данном этапе мне надо вытащить какого-то чувака из тюрьмы. Но мы еще сами не до конца знаем все детали задания. Так. Даже не знаю, на самом деле, с чего сегодня начать. Можно снова побегать по городу, попробовать с людьми поговорить, может, что интересного узнаю. Можем, кстати, попробовать.
You pick up. You step away.
Сейчас позвонить кому-нибудь. Потому что у меня есть несколько номеров.
You pick up the payphones. The dolphin's playful gaze. Your gaze wanders away. You do not yet have the number of anyone else in this city. There is only one. Melita,
Ну, милиции мы
she'd
звонить не
only tell
будем.
you to get on an aerotram back home again.
Да.
A direct order which you have so far disobeyed. Whether you want it or not, the number is a lifeline to you.
А знаете что, давайте к нашему
Always
информатору
there if you
сходим.
need it. The Reno tell Dolphin you step away.
У нас же есть информатор. Так, это я куда пришел? Свою развязку. Там вообще в другую сторону. Это он должен быть нашим информатором, а я всю информацию, по сути, без него узнал. Может, он мне что интересное расскажет? Не зря же он наш информатор.
You step over the threshold and into a memory. Old schnapps and the faded sour cologne of body odor and bleach. Exactly how you remember it. Favorite den of Keysok's local Pelota squad and their partisans, as well as a certain disgraced spy of the operant bureau. Stale air circulates your lungs. Your eye is drawn to the shelf behind. The best part about this place is that it's open all night, every.
Окей.
Operant.
Так, мне нужна информация.
Forewarned is forearmed.
Ну,
Take your pick. We're nominally in the developed world. That's M by that same token. Portaferro was a Lusian penal colony for a long while. Some people think the weeping eye are lurking around every corner.
He flicks his thumb, as if flipping an imaginary.
The techno-fascists are
так, ну
really
про диск
treating
понятно,
place.
что
He takes
ничего.
the disc and adjusts.
Two things stand out. First, this is an unusual format.
Это Анзельтон.
Einzeltone.
Это можно к этому прийти, на базаре, к чуваку. Может быть, он за нее хоть что-нибудь еще расскажет.
The artist, Ultravioletta, the Lusian electro
Опа,
pops.
и она тоже еще.
Gun. Anyone exposed to mass culture in the last few weeks? I hope you're not expecting a list. You, but no, nothing at all.
Окей.
Local television personality.
The PR Lavendy, the less.
Obviously a lunatic, an addict of some sort. I'd keep my distance. Please, operand. There's cavorting with the genius loci, and then there's repping him out. That's it. He's got tens. Only what's in his red folder. Do you want to hear it?
Ну да.
With a great sigh, the man leans.
Novessa born, graduate of the Polytechniker. No partner or dependents, of course. Father was a noted cosmonaut. Taught life sciences before.
Окей.
Cryptonyms are never so arbitrary as they're meant to be. When it comes to names, the mind demands something that sticks.
Ну как зовут, не знаю.
Stiglitz.
Даст ли мне это что-нибудь, наверное? Нет. Но на всякий случай, может быть, где-то что-то упомянем.
The old man's eyelids flutter as he.
No remark-worthy sexual tendencies. High attention to detail. A mild allergy to his own sweat. Occasional flashes of grandiosity. That last point may sound familiar. You were chosen because his skill sheet was thought to complement your own. How that translates interpersonally. More for you to say. It's certainly pretty for you to think so. And recitation.
Так, теперь
No
про тюрьму.
such thing in my experience. Come around, have you? Bon. My offer is this. I share with you a little from my well of shadows. You help me with some personal research, reading material. There's a bookstall just north of here, unmanned.
Не знаю.
There's a certain magazine in there. I'd like you to bring me a copy. Ultra middle-brow poetry, if I understand correctly. Somehow this city with a literacy rate hovering about 68% manages to keep an arc of high culture afloat. Curious, don't you think? In my time, operants like to submerge themselves in the local culture. Get in there. Slather yourself in its essence. I don't know about that. But it probably won't make
Чё
you a
он сам
worse
реально
one.
не сходит?
It is, and I would. Alas, my cardiological situation precludes further movement. Bah. Bring it here, once you've got it. Till next time.
Так, на самом деле у нас уже 2 очка. Надо их куда-то вкинуть. Я вот думал, вкинуть или нет в Технофлекс. Потому что я вот сейчас не понимаю. Допустим, я вкину, а мне это... Не, мне это, наверное, не поможет вот эти квесты выполнить оставшиеся. А почему мне... А, типа, оно у меня... Плюс 3. А, нет, оно у меня 4, окей. Ладно, окей. Я бы, наверное, одну все-таки в всех чужих кинул. Полезная штучка на самом деле. Ну, что-то бы из физики вкачать. Наверное, сенсорику. Давайте вот так попробуем. Так, ну можем изи, получается, продвинуть сюжет, наверное. Наверное, потому что, может быть, нам не так просто будет получить этот предметик. Где? А, вот тут.
An altar to Belarus, the bazaar's unofficial patron star. The shrine lacks the sacred air of Mercian churches you knew as a child. It is an organic thing, maintained by locals of their own volition. A spectacle of Porphyrian humanity. Whatever their meaning, they were enough to summon you here, now to this shrine rammed into the side of the city. You turn away.
Зная мою удачу. Тут можно и с шансом 72 проебать.
With awkward
Сколько мне надо?
reverence, you approached.
6. Ну ладно, нормально.
You adjust your position and gather the appropriate reverence. A prayer of interference. For the gambler palming a final chip. For the veteran lacing up boots cracked at the heels. For the fool stepping into the current. Your words hang in the air, brittle as glass. The noise of the world beyond the alley dims. Sunlight flickers, casting jagged shadows across the photographs. Your words are gone as they are uttered, careered upwards on the air's invisible wires.
Нет, то я выбрал. Ну да, логично, потусторонний это бред. Блин, а тревога
With
это
awkward
что?
reverence.
Бля, я еще и не прошел. Вот это я молодец. Я какую-то мысль получил. В поиске того самого возникло нарушение. Почему? А, проваленная красная проверка. Подождите, я столько раз красную проверку проваливал.
With awkward reverence.
Бля, вы издеваетесь? Тут шот 72%. Как я умудряюсь проебывать. С 2 кубиков 6 не выбросить,
With
но это
awkward
жесть.
reverence. You adjust. A prayer of it. For the gambler palm. Your words hang in the air. The noise of the world beyond the alley dims. Sunlight flickers, casting jagged shadows across the
Не, наверное, от
photographs.
других тревожность. Или от себя самой. Давайте попробуем от меня.
Your words are gone as they are uttered, careered upwards on the
А,
air's
то есть здесь без
invisible
разницы, всегда
wires.
бред снимает. А, других от меня, ё-моё. Ну ладно, допустим.
Ink stains and knife scratches. In your guiding, we learn. Do you envy our brief, searing lives? Marco loves Puss Puss, a collection of cheap plastic photo frames, haphazardly arranged on a red checkered tablecloth. Each heavy with significance, all of it. Between them lie offerings and totems, a necklace, some out of circulation coins, an old packet of smokes. There's no sign of the missing vendor. Ouroboros black. As soon as you pick it up, you feel that what... Out slide a few staple pages folded neatly into a little cuboid. Rite of passage. It's an exit visa. Permission to travel freely out of Portofino. An elderly man stares back at you from a printed headshot of the documents. Augustino Dante, according to the name on the pages. Born in the year 27. The name, who knows? The document, yes. City issued. You refold the pages along their elaborate creases.
Так,
And slip 'em
это
in
мы
your
чьи-то
pocket.
нашли.
You turn away from Polaris.
Окей. Что-то я сейчас не очень понимаю, где. Угу.
You're not Portaferran.
As he addresses you, the gazes of his two table mates veer towards you, like cataractic headlights.
Foreigners always have the best stories. Much more interesting than... You're a long way from Marcia.
Clocked you instantly, even though your accent has been diluted in the day.
What happened, sugar tits? You get lost? Or are you just looking for company?
Kill this lecherous geriatric.
Animals. That's how it is with most pilots, though. Here.
More than a courtesy, he's establishing hierarchies. You and him, human. His companions, subhuman. Snaps. It washes stinging down your
Тревожность
throat,
минус 3.
followed by a kind of anesthetic vapor that rises all the way into your sinuses.
We're all strangers in this city. Why don't you join us? We've got nothing better to do. At least until the phone hugger...
Not 10 meters away, a young man clutches the payphone to his ear, whispering urgently.
Ex-pilots. Does Joe there look like he could get anything up, let alone a plane?
Wrong. Me is a man of the skies, Blondie. And
Permanently. A big hit of his own dwindling supply gives the old man a fleeting high.
That's loud, Joe. He doesn't talk much. I'm Pigeon. That's Slava over there.
Slava used to be the name of a fishing port company out of the north. My main cargo for a while. Packages stunk to high hell.
Guess.
A dirty little city bird. A winged rat.
Sure, why not?
Man's got no compass. Him couldn't make it to the payphone without using radar.
Joke's on you all anyway. I never minded pigeons. Tough little fuckers.
Just another foreign money, man. City's been
Stuck up little shit. Strolled in one evening, couple of...
That was a growl, not an attempt to speak. He would be making the same noise if he could talk.
Who cares, sugar? No one in a suit ever did any...
Come on, foreign money men in this city? Empty, obviously.
We all want our turn, sugar. He's here every damn day. Stays on the line for hours. Doesn't care one bit if anyone else has had a turn or not. Only shuffles off once the sun sets. What are we going to do? Fight him? Even if somebody pummeled him half to death, he'd feel not... Let him rot in him well.
He's not rich, Slava. He just works for rich people. Ignore them, Mercier. They have no idea how money works.
I did clockwork for it. Perishable goods, fruits,
Military. Loudjow was what they call a lamprey, people smuggler. Legally, yes, but all his cargo were there voluntarily. Desperate. Joe ran low altitude missions in and out of the territories for what?
Territories meaning, in this case, the Los's island states, briefly independent, now re-annexed.
Just high risk. The only reward is what happens to you when you...
Lao Shuao just stares at you, his mouth twisted into a human.
Of course, a more technical pilot might have made it out, but...
Sure do, sweetheart. The good Dr. Hugo's on his...
The one called Zhao points the path behind him, along the...
Reassuring to know that no matter how hot and heavy it gets, we're only 10 feet away from resuscitation.
Two of the pilots slowly turn their heads towards... A leaden silence descends. You have touched on...
Now, what makes you ask that? You don't find secret jails, Marcia. If Joe wants to tell you, that's his problem. I'm not translating. You shouldn't.
Why don't you tell us something titillating instead, eh?
In his perennial lasciviousness, he's trying to throw a lifeline to his friend.
Frankly, there's not enough schnapps in this goddamn city. Besides, only Slava can really translate.
I'm not doing it. If he wants to tell you that...
His companions may not accede to tell you, but he will, if you can
58,
understand him,
кстати,
that is.
неплохо.
Why don't you tell us something nice, sweet?
А, все, я теперь вообще не могу больше. Бля, это я зря. Я думал, я смогу. Это же не здесь.
Loudjow was what they call a legally Joe.
Territories meaning, in this case,
Just
Lao Shu.
of course, a more technical pilot might have made it out, but
Это я зря тогда. Подожди, я ж вроде ближе сохранялся, не?
you're not
As he addresses you, the gazes of
foreigner. You're a long
clocked you instant.
What happened, Shook?
Kill this lecherous geriatric.
animals.
More than a courtesy. Schnapps,
What else?
not 10 meters away.
Expert. Does Joe there look like he could?
Permanently. A big hit of his own dwindling supply gives the old man a
Loudjow. I'm Pigeon. That's Slava.
Slava used...
Guess.
dirty little
Man's got no...
Joke's on you all anyway. I never minded Pigeon.
Just an...
Stuck.
That was a growl, not an attempt to speak. He would be
Who ca-
Come on. For
We are. He's here every damn day. What are we... Even if... Let him rat it.
He's not rich, Slava. He just works for rich people. Ignore
I did clap.
military. Loudjow was what they call legally, yeah. Joe,
Territories meaning in this case
just hire it.
Lao short.
Of course, a more technical pilot might have made it out, but
Sure do, sweetheart.
The one called
Reassuring to know that no matter how hot and heavy it gets, well, until next.
Так. Допустим, так.
Marcia.
two of the pilot. A leaden silence.
Now, what makes you ask that? It don't. If Joe wants to tell you, that's his problem. I'm not. You shouldn't.
Why don't you tell us?
In his perennial lasciviousness, he's trying.
Frankly,
I'm not doing.
His companions may not accede to tell you, but he will, if you can understand him, that is.
Так, считывание. Давайте попробуем. 58 неплохой шанс, чтобы пойти нахер. Угу.
You stare him dead in the mouth and utter one.
Marcia.
Two of the pilot. A leaden silence.
Now, what makes you ask that? It don't. If Joe wants to tell you, that's his. You shouldn't.
Why don't you tell us?
In his perennial lasciviousness,
Frankly,
I'm not doing.
his companions may not accede to tell you, but he will.
Давай на 58, нормальный же шанс. О, ровность, сколько надо.
Your attention hones in on his mouth and the minutiae of its movements. Captured, torture, moved, another location. Different, clean, doctors. At some point you begin to see the story behind the words. After weeks or months of being hauled around like dying meat from one grimy torture, behold the true face of the so-called developed world. In your gut, you already know what's come. Vocal cords, surgical, no anesthesia. Let me go. And once the experiments are done, they throw him back on the street and close the doors. Now you see it,
Jesus.
camouflaged in wrinkles, a necktie of scar tissue nestled in the folds of his fro. It takes a few moments for the cynical, absent
hope you're satisfied, Marcia.
The sick stuff I'm going to need to say to Duchess after this.
From the super block, eh?
I would say ask the Duchess herself, but she doesn't talk about.
he knows because he's tried.
Can't say anyone like that struck me, but a lot of people use the phone line. The only reason why we rarely notice the hugger is because he refuses to leave.
Officially, we're Lucian.
We're exiles. The reunion came for us. We came here.
The laughter leaves in its wake the reunion, the Los's grand annexation campaign. Slow, legal, often bloody. A creeping tide reclaiming every few years one more of their old colonies.
Well, I still have my tenantry passport. Stamped on arm. Could fly back any day. Oh, sure. And end up like Joe here? Ours.
He spreads his mouth open in a vast, a joke in poor taste, a stamped passport for a country that no longer exists.
If it is, I won't be around to see it. Liver's on its way out. Cancer will get me before the loot.
That smirk, like he's somehow gotten one over on Faye.
Working on it. Cheers. Anyway, you're the foreigner here, Mercia, so you tell us. The Lucians, think they'll be here anytime soon?
Hear that? Smart.
Either way, that's for you lot to worry about. I'm out the door.
The pilots exchange.
Tell you what, Mercia. You grease my gullet.
You know what he means, but you can't help it. An apple-sized dollop of lard melts between hand and chest as you massage grey tufted folds of old skin.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips. It's got a couple things to recommend it, eh?
It's a bit shit, but it's fine.
You picture the words in bold on the cover of the world's least enthusiastic.
Oh, you know, got some real.
You'd be happy to live on a trash heap as long as you got to keep your...
He means the miracle line. They're regulars. All of them.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips. Until next time, sugar.
Ну, кроме опыта ничего полезного, по сути. Но опыт дело хорошее. Координация. Мгм. Так. Это ты, доктор?
Unwise to your presence. A lanky young man practically clings to it, like a shipwreck survivor.
А, это тот, кто бесконечно говорит по телефону, что-то это было.
You have to help me fill it in.
Whatever the person on the other end of the line has to say to them, the line appears to be on.
I can't possibly perform under these conditions. You have to make me. The gap. I'm not even worthy to approach it on hands and knees. My little heart wouldn't be able to take.
So this is what the Yeah,
Сейчас я и здесь умудрюсь не пройти проверку. Чекайте.
Deadlines. Yes.
Ну, нормально.
perversion, developed world.
Please. I need to feel like my position's in jeopardy.
Wall de collage. Super 130. Looks more expensive than it feels. It makes no sense to most men either. Lanky, malnourished. His physical form is an object of abuse and neglect in equal measure. His lungs and liver foremost. You can tell by his one cunt. What comes to mind is a handkerchief, buffeted on a night wind, eternally in retreat from the most expensive private universe, already set on life's glide path. The old pilot was correct.
Минус.
This man works for Emter.
I need to know that if I don't pull this off, billions of soul worth of international loans and investments may be at risk. Tell me you'll report me to human capital if I displease our counterparties.
Now if you could just get his...
Oh, I think I forgot someone's title.
Yeah, Phil.
Что нахрен? Так, а вот тут доктор должен быть.
Welcome to the clinic. My name is Dr. Hugh. How can...
The man takes a measured sip of water from a clay. Behind him, shelves heaving with medical textbooks.
Yes, it's different, isn't it? I find that it is much easier to connect with my patients than...
The sunset is an upper class a great fall for someone. The heavy floorboards are spotted with motor oil and boot prints.
Pardon? Oh, of course. Thank you.
The floorboards groan. The hole scrapes the side of the canal.
Family medicine.
The sort of serene, approachable expression that is considered key to good bedside manner.
Oh.
A man stands in front of the payphone, clutching the receiver.
Broken legs, heat stroke, parasites, ringworm, distemper.
Distemper is not a human disease.
Of course. Of course. What can I help you with? Catatonia is an incredibly general symptom. It could be caused by anything from overdose to meningitis to a stroke. I'd need to see the patient to venture a guess. No, it would all be guesswork, which is unwise, medically or ethically.
He angles his head slightly as he looks at you impassively.
Someone would be reckless enough to diagnose a patient in absentia. I don't recommend such a doctor at all. All right, Party Alley. There's a clinic there, run by one, Gonzalo Gonza. He might be willing to help. Frankly, you two may even get along. Then why are you here, and not at the hospital?
He gives you a brief nod, a nod declaiming any and all liabilities for whatever befalls you there.
Не помог.
Until next.
Ну как не помог?
A ladder reaches towards the upper floor.
Excuse me, the upstairs room is private. Thank you for the advice. Now, please, I will live here. Please, just stop.
Сам ты не помог, но при этом дал визиточку. Другого доктора. Ну что, попробуем с этим дураком?
If I said I wanted you to...
No response.
Oh my god. You can't do that to me. But you really...
With a jolt and a sharp glance, this rocket is close to liftoff. No room for...
You know so much, and I so little. The power differential is grotesque. Highly problematic.
Like it or not, this is indeed one of the men.
I'm your faithful dog. I know nothing. I question less.
He jerks his shoulder away.
This is a private phone call. Please excuse yourself. I saw her talking to the old pilots earlier. They must have sent her to... Do I want her to watch?
He jerks his...
I asked you politely once. Now kindly wait your fucking turn.
Tell me that kind of language is unacceptable. It's the influence of the gap. I hardly recognize myself anymore.
Ну, можно попробовать. Блин.
No, not her. More.
Блин, а я забыл, что там надо было за проверку пройти. Инстинкт, по-моему, да?
If I said I wanted you to...
No response.
Oh my god. You can't do that to me. But you really
With a jolt, this rocket is
know so much. And I so little.
like it.
I'm your faithful dog.
He whirls around.
This is a private phone call. I saw her talk. Do I want her to watch?
He jerks it.
I asked you.
Tell me that kind of language is
Да,
unacceptable.
инстинктом.
It's the...
Вы издеваетесь?
No, not her. More. Grace.
Как так получается?
If I said I wanted you to...
No response.
Oh my god.
With a jolt, this rocket is
You know so much. I'm your faithful dog. I know nothing.
He whirls around.
This is a private... I saw her talk. Do I want her to...
He jerks.
I asked you.
Tell me that kind of language is unacceptable.
Шанс 58%, да? 58.
If I said I wanted you to...
No response.
Oh my god.
With a jolt, this rocket is...
You know so much. I'm your faith.
He whirls.
This is a... I saw her t... Do I want...
He jerks.
I asked.
Tell me that kind...
Ну,
No, not her. More. Grace.
эта игра издевается. У вас шанс 58 по приколу написан или что?
If I...
No response.
Oh my god.
With a... This rocket is...
You know so much.
He leans away from you. Rest.
This is a private phone call. I saw her talk. Do I...
He jerks.
I asked you.
Tell me that kind...
Да пиздец. Это пиздец.
If I said I want...
No. He leans. This rocket is...
You know so much. I...
With a jolt.
This is a... I saw her. Do I want...
He whirls.
I asked you politely.
Tell me that kind of language is...
More grace.
Просто какой-то тотальный пиздец.
If I said I wanted you to...
Nervous.
Oh my god.
Feeling this rocket is
No.
like it. With a jolt.
This... I saw her. Do I?
You won't.
I asked you.
Tell me that kind of language.
No.
Чё за хуйта? Чё, у меня шансы 58% попадает просто какая-то... Просто полная
If I said I wanted...
херня.
Nervous. Feeling this rocket like
I...
with a
This... I saw her.
you won't.
I asked you.
Tell me that kind of language.
Неужели?
More harder again.
I'm under assault! If this is it, tell them. Tell them it was in the line of duty. Questions? You violate my space and think I have...
Fear, hate. He won't brush you aside so easily now.
I'm sorry. I've attracted the attention of one of the lumpen probe. If this mysterious gap doesn't kill me, one of those violent... I've got to go.
With that, the man gently sets the handset back in it. Now's your chance to see what this miracle...
Сначала нужно этим рассказать, что про этого долбоеба.
I don't know how you managed to kick the hogger off the phone, miss.
The characteristic taste of Portoferro's local schnapps is as foul as ever.
What brings you back here?
Until next.
Так, прекрасно. А я что-то, кстати, самой не могу позвонить. Ну и ладно. Наводим этого суету в городе.
You step into the booth and press the receiver of the phone that makes people disappear against your ear.
В прошлый раз не вышло. Выбор Яны. Что такое выбор Яны? Бля, ну 11 это жестко. Но мне очень интересно, что это будет.
You hang.
Что у меня там за... Про твое считывание трансета. Живитель. Удар. Так, надо хладнокровие. Что у меня сейчас по хладнокровию? Угу. Понятно. Ну, тут надо просто надеяться на удачу.
You step into the booth and press the receiver of the phone that
Ну,
makes
либо
people disappear against your ear.
так.
You imagine the scene. Tempo's associate, clutching this very receiver to his face and whispering something that included the keywords you're about to say, connected in ways you do not yet understand.
Ну, неплохая попытка. Но мне надо, к сожалению, 5,6 минимум. Бля, это было очень близко.
You imagine.
Все близко, но недостаточно. Тоже более привычные мне цифры. Бля. Я уж немножко понадеялся. Критическая неудача. Может, за ней будет критический успех?
You hear only the reverberation of your own voice, amplified by the phone. Still half hoping. They probably listen in through the wire. A lance of dread pierces your sternum at the thought of it. You imagine the scene. Tempo's associate, clutching this very receiver to his face and whispering something that included the keywords you were about to say. You imagine the scene. You imagine.
Блин, мне слишком интересно, как это будет выглядеть. Чтобы я перестал ролить эти 8%. Это вы издеваетесь. 1,6 это, конечно, мощно. Да-да, критическая неудача, спасибо.
You s-
Бля, ну близко. На один побольше в каждую и все.
you you s- you
Мы тут зависли надолго.
you you hear only
Что?
they probably a lance of you hear they probably a lance of dread pierces your
Бля, я думал, вот сейчас по-любому пройду. Когда тревожность лишнюю получил.
you step into the boot
Сильным.
you step into
Не 3, так 4.
you step into the booth and press you imagine the scene
О, бля.
you imagine the scene
Пиздец.
you s-
Да, бля, единицы не хватило.
you imagine the scene
Вот это очень обидно. Блин, если мне сейчас все время шестерка будет падать, будет, конечно, круто. Но лучше бы сразу нужное падало число. Не только одна шестерка. Бля, вот можно пятерку был рейндж вторым? Ура! Наконец-то. Ну посмотрим, что произойдет.
you hear yourself dialing a number Once
You are through to Portofiero's most reliable photographic lab. How may I be of assistance?
Чего?
Cascade? Is that you? What are you talking about? Cascade? Are you on drug? Oh, you're speaking in codes.
it's working. Keep it going for as long as you can. The line suddenly goes dead and leaves you in a hypercharged silence. Scratch, a heavy boot on concrete. By the time you hear it, it's all end of transmission.
А, то есть мне...
The feet all down the line. Don't forget your coats as you make for the exit. An unknowable amount of time
Sure.
later, your consciousness stirs into being. You immediately regret waking up. Wherever you are, it is dark and wet. Your
Я ж, получается, своим позвонил, не?
The heavy steel door contains a single small window. Next to it, a brand new intercom waits patiently. As with anything that talks in this city, it is emblazoned with the blue Renotel logo. Heavy condensation is obscured through layers of glass. Nothing can be seen here. In the domain of your fist barely makes a sound, or you hear a brief static crackle. It fades out to leave the ambient hum. You hold your ear to the box, living electricity buzzing along your ossicles.
Stop rapping on my door. Don't you people ever tire? The communists. Intriguing. I can barely make you out through this little viewing slot. All right, Spirit. Do you have a name? That's not a name. That's a falsehood. Herschel. Very good.
You already have a name for him, even if it's a fraudulent one.
Impressive. Though under the circumstances, I'd say poor Dante is more appropriate.
Это реально непросто.
They turn off the lights here at night. No windows. Don't tell me about trouble. If you're from the opera, you must be Tempo del Sur's well connected.
A knot of tension
почти.
forms between your eyes. Once again, a wave of static crashes over the line.
You could say we're both servants of culture. The ministry maintains relations with a number of men like your unfortunate friend. Allies against Emter's ridiculous culture blockade. Briefly, I was making a personal call from one of those infernal payphones when two men bundled me harshly into a tube. Soon after, I found myself in this waterlogged hell. A simple facade in any event, intended to deflect those such as yourself. Ooh, that's what I say to that. I haven't the faintest idea. His fate's no longer my concern. Thank you for the update.
For a moment, nobody said.
Temple assured me the opera were enthusiastic about the terms, despite the risks involved. Are you...
Here it is, the side deal. First of several, potentially. A long, crackling...
I procured for Temple del Sur an extremely rare device. The only one of its kind outside the Illuminated Empire.
Так, получено задание всем законам вопреки. Опыт. Задание сразу обновлено.
That is what he called it, yes. I told him I would tell you all about it. But really it's best to see for yourself. Not that many. Only the big ones. Of course you did. I smuggled it out of the Empire in my own diplomatic bag. Our friend was very insistent on this point. His end first.
The girl Yana is withholding sacred Lusian artifacts.
But tell me, if Tempo is no more, what has become of this extremely rare device? Teenagers. Somehow both appropriate and not that it's any concern of mine just now, but I would not leave such a thing unaccounted for. It's not easy to leave the Illuminated Empire. Tempo promised he would call in certain favors. Alas, only one of us got what we bargained for. Please, my socks are so true. The buttons of my feet look like wrinkled tissue. I'd like to be out of here before my toes start to blacken. Let's not keep your masters waiting. There's a ritual in motion, Herschel. One I suspect you've got an important part to
Я в шок, какой ритуал?
And goes silent.
Apologies. I had to attend to a personal matter. Right, the reason you're here. There's a very important man on his way to Portofino as we speak. His name is Facundo Reyes.
Блять, 41. Ну ладно, пусть будет 68, наверное. Пизда.
The opera prefers epithets for its great.
Очень долго мотать. Так, архив. Нет, нихера на архиве.
The heavy steel. As with anything that talks in this city, you hear a brief static. You hold your.
Don't you people ever tire? The communists. All right, Spirit. Do you... Herschel.
You already have a name for him.
Impressive. They turn... If you're from...
A knot of tension forms. A wave of static crashes over the line.
You could say we're both servants. Allies against them there's ridiculous. Boo-hoo. I haven't the faintest idea. Thank you for the update. Briefly, soon after, I found myself in this waterlogged hell. Difficult to say what, but unless I'm hallucinating this exchange, I don't believe I've gone insane yet.
For a moment.
Temple assured me the...
Here it is, the side deal. A long...
I procured for Temple del Sur an extremely rare. That is... I would tell you all... Not that many. Of course you did.
The girl Yana is.
But tell me, teenage, not that it's any concern of mine. It's not easy to leave the Illuminate. Please, my socks are so true. There's a ritual.
The phone line hisses and goes silent.
Apologies. A large rat swimming along the floor of my cell. It's not too hot. Right, the reason you're here. There's a very important man on his way to Puerto
Новое
Rico
задание
as we speak.
удалено.
His name is...
А, получено задание, оно реально удалено называется. Интересно.
The opera prefers epithets for its great enemies. Unfortunately,
Шанс
you
50
can
на
never
50
keep
не
them
мое почти.
straight. The heavy steel, as with anything that talks, you hear a breathe. You hold your.
Don't you people ever tire? Oh, a new keeper today. All right, Spirit. Herschel.
You already have a name for him.
Impressive. Though under the Hello, Herschel. You must be Temple del Sur's well.
A knot of
Ну, в
tension.
целом,
A
тут
wave of
мятежно.
static crashes over
На
the
самом деле
line.
диалоги. Не
You
так
could
важно,
say
что
we're
я
both
отвечаю.
servants of allies against them. Briefly, soon after, I found myself in this waterlogged hell. Briefly,
Блин.
soon after, a simple facade in any event. Ooh, I haven't the faint. Thank you for the update.
For a moment.
Temple assured
Here it is. The side deal. A long.
I procured for Temple del Sur an extreme. That is, I would tell you all. Not that many. Of course you did.
The girl Yana.
But tell me, Team Ranger, not that it's any concern. It's not easy to leave the. Please, my socks are so. There's a
The phone line hisses.
Apologies. Right, the reason you're here.
Так, ну давайте, 41%, ну нормально же.
There's a very important man on his
Или даже
way to
давайте
Puerto
с
Rico as we speak.
68 попробуем. Нормально. Не зря 68.
Minister of mass culture for Lalouz. Political theorist. Suspected war criminal. Architect for Lalouz's meteoric cultural rise. Estimated age, mid-70s. Known photos, 0. While his influence is immense, Reyes himself, more background radiation. Like all the opera's great enemies, Facundo Reyes is referred to primarily by his epithet.
To his friends, he's still just Facundo. Cool is an alien concept of illusion, mind. But then I become wretched and ignoble myself. So perhaps some secret treaties, matters of mass culture, all to be discussed with our mutual antagonists. Fun stuff. Leagues above your station, sadly. I asked the same question and received an electrical shock to the scrotum for my troubles. Now I don't ask questions. Missing pop star. Who do you mean? Ultravioleta. Missing. This is grave. Very grave. An incalculable blow for humanity. Spoken like one with the emotional register of a child. Just one question before you scurry back to your masters. Will it be you?
What might have begun as an inhale of breath transforms into a... The edges of your eyes begin to burn. pooling at the back of your mouth, an unpleasant taste. The ocean of static suffocates the air around you. If something human lies within, footsteps right above you, coming this way. As you strain to hear for a response, in the door stands a thin woman you've never seen before. You can just make out the shine of the red pen she holds aloft, dagger-like. Cold liquid snatches at your steps like wet hands as you run toward a crackle on the water surface. Then something
Это явно было лишнее. Надо было просто спрятаться.
Hello there.
The young woman taps a red pen against the side of it.
Here's what you were so desperate to see. Verdict. Let me try something.
She runs her thumb over the pen, teasing its mechanical tip. Cold, crackling spike. 10,000 needles across. You're wearing epidermal electrodes. Contact points for a remote electroshock device. Sick.
There are conductors in the water too. You got a mouthful of it when you blacked out, actually. I cleaned it out for you. Say thank you. No, I just prefer people when they're floppy, compliant dolls.
A click beneath her thumb and a jolt of pain tears through
Ну
your
почему этот
skin.
бред повысил?
Sharp and sudden. Fuck. Scattergang. Gnaw arms off. Run.
I am an interrogatrix for l'Empire sans territoire. Who are you?
Say nothing, and she will know nothing.
Socks. I've heard that one before. Then what were you doing breaking into the basement of a magazine office? Chapeau. Very in character. That is precisely what I imagine a deluded ideologue would say. How many tons of cotton did the superblock export last year?
At least one.
Бля, закулисье неудача. Обидно.
Right. What's the cuff length of your biggest sock model?
Large.
Блять, опять неудача. Ну что ж такое?
How many different grades of cotton do you offer?
At least one.
Это опять неудача.
You could have guessed that one from ideological context. Of course, the superblock produces only one grade.
Her thumb hovers over the pen. No, not again. Click. Your body spasms, your joints strain. Microscopic sinew.
So, let me run my working theory by your opera, right?
Your right eye twitches.
Thought so. I let you talk to our prisoner because I thought he might be chattier with you, and that you'd break more easily than him.
Ну, по идее, на нее это не должно вообще никак сработать.
You sink back in the chair and widen your thighs, taking up more.
Captivating. I wonder what it looks like when it vibrates.
Click. Convulsions. A fresh mask of sweat.
Fine. I'll give you one question. What?
The door cracked open. Pull a seam of worthwhile information through. Do not waste this opportunity on some personal frivolity.
Because we want to have a strong hand, of course. Secret treaties require...
Good. She's confirmed what the prisoner told you. These secret treaties are legitimate and close.
I got bored of his nipples. Also, that was too quick.
Cliff, your body shatters.
Блин, ну 35 тоже так себе, конечно. Ну да, пошел я нахер.
Wait, what are you doing? You don't know this woman. She might think you're some sort of pervert, or...
You're losing it already.
Thick. A fresh flare about...
Who are you?
Потребуется чудо. Потребуется чудо. Флиртовала все время, все портила. Пришла выпороть, одернулся в глаз. Пошла в образ. Не прошла тест романтика, немного поговорила. Много говорила. Да. Сам себе все заруинил. Ляп на самом деле. Сейчас, наверное, сделаю вот так.
The heavy steel door contains a single small window. As with anything that...
Сказал, я ничего не сделал. Надо повысить шанс на персонализм пройти. У меня воля партии меньше будет. Закулисья лишним не будет. Ладно, давайте попробуем так.
The heavy steel door. As with anything that talks, you hear a brief. You hold your ear.
Don't you people ever tire? Oh, all right, Spirit. Yes,
You already have a name for him.
impressive. Hello, you must...
A knot of tension. A wave of static crashes over the...
You could say we're both allies against them. Briefly, soon after, I found one. A simple facade in... Ooh, I haven't... Thank you for the object.
For a moment.
Temple assured...
Here it is. The side deal. A long...
I procured for Temple del Sur an extremely... That I would tell you all about. Not... Of course you did.
The Galliana is...
But tell me, deeply, not that it's any concern of... It's not easy to leave. Please, my soul, there's a
The phone line hiss.
Apologies. Right, the reason you're here.
Ну давай, пройди без приколов. Пошел я нахер. Так.
The heavy steel. As with any heavy condensate. You hear him. You hold your...
Don't you people ever tap? Oh, a new keeper to... All right, spirit. To Herschel.
You already have a name for him.
Impressive. Hello. You must be...
A knot of tension. A wave of static crack.
You could say we're both allies. Briefly, soon after, I found a simple facade in... Ooh, I haven't... Thank you for the update.
For a moment.
Temple assured...
Here it is. The side deal. Along.
I procured for Temple del Sur. That is... I will tell you all... Not that many. Of course you did.
The Galliana is...
But tell me... The image. Not that it's an... It's not easy to leave. Please, my socks. There's a...
The phone. The line.
Apologies. Right, the reason you're here.
Ну давай. Пизда. Да можно нормально. Мне после этой проверки еще миллион проверок проходить. Дайте хотя бы эту пройти.
The heavy steel. As with anything that you hear a... You hold your...
Don't you people ever... Oh, all right, spirit. Do you... Herschel.
You already have a name.
Brett. Hello, you must be...
A knot of tension. A wave of static crashes over...
You could say allies. Briefly, soon after. A simple facade in... Ooh, I haven't... Thank you for...
For a moment.
Temple assured...
Here it is. The side. Along.
I procured for Temple del Sur. That is... I would tell you all... Not... Of course you did.
The Galliana is...
But tell me... The image. Not that it's an... It's not easy to leave the Illumin. Please, my soul. There's a...
The phone line.
Apologies. Right, the reason you're here.
Да, блять.
The opera. The heavy steel door. As with anything that talks in this set.
Могу сейчас прокачаться, мне интересно. Не могу.
You hear a... You hold your...
Don't you people ever... Oh, all right, spirit. Kirsch.
You already have a name for...
Hello. You must be...
A knot of tension. A wave of static crashes.
You could say we're both allies against... Briefly, soon after, a simple facade. Ooh, I haven't... Thank you for the up.
For a moment.
Temple assured...
Here it is. The sun. Along.
I procured for Temple del Sur. That is... I would tell you... Not that many. Of course you did.
The Galliana...
But tell me... Teammate. Not that it's any... It's not easy to... Please, my socks are... There's a
The phone line hissing. The...
Apologies. Right, the reason you...
Прошел. Быть.
Minister of Mass Culture for the estimated age. More background, like all the operas.
To his friends, he's still just Facundo. Cool. But then, they can... Secret treaties, matters of mass culture, all to be discussed with... I asked the same... Missing pop star. Ultravioleta. Miss... Spoken... Just one quick...
What might have been. The edges of your eyes begin to burn. Pulling at the back. If there is an answer, it reaches footsteps right up in the crimson dark of the room. It's hard to make out much of anything. You'll have to focus your disused office equipment stacked in a clumsy pile, along with various packing crates, plastic. The far corner of the room contains nothing but sodden in boxes of paper files. A doorway blocked by a heavy steel shutter. The full weight of your situation.
Короче, слишком долго думал,
In the
надо было
door
реально
stands
время.
a thin woman. Cold liquids. A crackle woman.
Надо было сразу налево.
Hello there.
The young woman.
Here's what you were so desperate to see. Verdict. Already? Let me try something.
She runs her farm over 10,000. You're wearing epidermal electrodes.
There are conductors in the water too. You got a mouthful of it when you blacked out, actually. No, I just...
A click beneath. Fuck. Scangang. No.
I am an interrogatrix.
Say nothing, and she will know nothing.
Because you'd have drowned if I hadn't picked you up off the floor, my lapinette. But good question. Why do you think you're tied to a chair draped in electrodes? How disappointing. Seems we're back to where we started. Who are you? Aha, socks. I've heard that one before. Then what were you doing breaking into the... Chapeau. How many tons of cotton?
At least one.
Блять, опять неудача.
Large.
How many different...
At least one.
You could have guessed.
Her thumb hovers. No, not again. Click. Your body.
So, let me run my work. Your opera.
Your right eye
Да, опять
twitches.
дернулся.
Thought so. I let you talk to our prisoner because I thought he might be chattier with you. And that you'd... Fine.
The door cracked open. Pull a seat.
Because we want to have a strong hand, of course.
Good. She's confirmed what the prisoner told you. These secret treaties are legit.
Very good. I said one and you didn't try to push it. You're learning.
Прошлый тест опрос на должности менеджера. Ну, кстати, 27, а так 52. Давайте попробуем с 52 пройти. Пизда.
What are you doing? You don't know this woman. She might think you're some sort of pervert or homosexual.
Блять, сколько надо? 13.
That's a shame. Who are you?
2, 0. А, ну по 2% здесь. 7 здесь.
The woman blinks twice. Unsteadied her at least.
No more? Mel. I was enjoying that. C'est dommage.
She stares at you, lips parted, eyes alight.
What is your...
Just tell her, fuck it.
Do you have any affiliations outside?
Strange question.
What makes someone a friend? Are you currently on assignment in theatre?
Yes and no. Just no, really. Kill yourself before she does. She frowns.
Ну, по факту.
You weren't lying there, were you, Lapinette? That doesn't seem to be going very well for you. That face under your mask, is that your true face? Do you really believe the things you say? Do you find me attractive? What does the opera want with the prisoner?
We have no idea.
Useful how? Be specific.
She taps the pen gently against her lips. Electric kisses.
Not bad, but not particularly good either. And now we're out of time. Oh, I love to hear you say that. But it isn't true. Someone intervened on your back.
You are forever cradled in the 10,000 limbs of the party.
Toute chose qui existe en dehors de l'Empire est une chose sans valeur.
Интересно, кто вступился.
Click. The world drops.
Ну что-то, конечно, пошло не очень, да.
You wake to blurry vision, thudding ears.
Офигеть.
The setting sun is hot on your face. Purple light spots are burned into the back of your eyelids. Alive. The couch doesn't belong to anyone. As much a part of it as any building. Someone is standing nearby. Your eyes realign and find a young girl staring at you, chewing a lock of her own hair.
Over there. I don't know. I just found you asleep.
A derelict beach, the grey canal, and the building you were interrogated in less than 50 meters away. Up, the city looms behind you like a titan. This is the Keysop Quarter, by way of the southeast roundabout. You didn't move at all. Someone else did it. Lifted you.
I was with my dad, but he had to go grown-up fishing. He said I could take...
It will be darks.
Can you help me with something?
The girl holds out a small hook tangled in fishing line. You take the hook and its plot of double, lost in theatre, status captured, interrogated, loyalties non-existent, conclusion, failure.
Почему?
Your hands are trembling. A child is asking for your help. Focus. It's a haphazard tangle of wire, formed on the universe's whim. Your wrists burn, the skin chafed, your shoulders ache from the pull. You pick at the wire, your fingernails slip, tougher than it looks. That's why you're here again, isn't it? To show 'em all.
Are you okay?
Nothing a prolonged
Ну,
ideological
хорошо.
realignment session won't fix.
Nice. But you seem so...
You tug on the last loop of thread. The tangle vanishes as the hook slips free.
I don't know. Very...
She knows the feeling, but not the word.
Cool. Thanks so much. Oh, yeah. The man told me to get...
She holds out a plot of folded paper.
The man with no heart.
Что?
Owlsman, the null persona.
Yeah. Is he your dad? Oh, okay. Adult.
It appears to be an odd. People who are into this sort of thing are always making what it looks like is an anatomically correct human heart, slightly squished from being stuffed into a 10-year-old's pocket. Easier, yes. The flattened paper reveals a handwritten message within the shape.
Теперь наступен сон.
Big ticket item about to hit the organ block. Opening bids. Below the scrawled text, a childlike drawing of a heart, coloured in red. Houseman no doubt organised your release from the jail.
Nope. Okay. But how would I know? I can't see inside people.
Сама разберешься.
For what?
Your gaze instinctively turns north. This marked payphone then. It seems someone will be waiting for you on the other end.
А что я ничего не могу использовать? А, я еще в диалоге. Пока работает, да? Угу. Усилие на проверку тратится -1 единица. Окей. Открыть воспоминания о былых временах с бандой. Учебник юного шпиона. Это эффект статуса предчувствия беды. Вот это, кстати, я бы хотел.
Check it out, Hirsch. The creditorial equivalent of a mountain. An impossible weight somehow lifted, just waiting for the disturbance that will bring down the avalanche. If it comes down, it all comes down. Country's end. By some estimates, the entire world is 3 trillion sol in debt. If every one sol note in existence were used to pay off every loan, at the end of the day you would still come up short. It's only stupid for those in the losing position. The ones who... The good news is, you don't have to be one of those people. Debt is platonic, Hirsch. Big or small, it doesn't exist as long as you don't pay it. Now you're talking. Your new imaginary girlfriend is called Credit, and you can do what...
Еще могу? А, нет. За очко навыка могу разблокировать. Интересно. А что там, кстати, при покупке сигарет, алкоголя? Понятно. Блин, даже не знаю, куда еще отдал. Наверное, сюда. Ну, конечно, на самом деле неудачно получилось в целом. С допросом моим. Да я не то, чтобы много информации выведал у этого чувака в тюрьме. Не знаю, стало ли оно в итоге того, короче. Особенно шансом-то 8%.
Operin, there's a fact in the output tray of that accursed machine. It seems important.
Important? There's only one way she could have.
Yes, I did. Apologies, I was momentarily overcome.
She gives you a small call out for her nosiness. She doesn't dare do anything.
I'll be right here.
The fax machine hums faintly. A single sheet sits in the tray. Big ticket item about to hit the organ block. Opening bids already coming in by below the scrawled text. No doubt it was Hausman who...
Everything in order? Well, I'm just glad that...
To this marked payphone then. It seems someone will be waiting for you on the other... You turn away.
А я иду, конечно же, поспать. Потому что надо сбросить все эти статусы гребаные.
The bed welcomes you for a soft slumber.
За 2.95 что-то очень так себе.
The stillness of the room quietens your mind as you settle down. You return. You leave the trousers. The small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. A startlingly red folder stands. A small label in the top left corner is printed with one word. The folder opens with a whoosh. Before you... Name Will Kershaw. Cryptonym Cascade. Born Landau, former Republic of Mercia. Dependents, none. Pay... All true. Not... Childhood. Bourgeois, typical. History of student radicalism led to persecution by monotheist reactionaries. Fled... In short, born capitalist, reborn communist. Medical record. History of dissociative episodes and reckless action. Gunshot, chest, retained bullet, 10mm. Sexuality, homosexual tendencies, unconfirmed. Suicide risk minimal, ideation only. End of list. According to this file, that's all there is to you. According to the opera's remembrances, raw facts, there's another page behind this one. A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site.
91. Если я сейчас это не пройду, это пиздец.
In just a few words, the worst. Previous assignment, Portofero 88 to 91. Network, whole sick crew. Operants, Cascade. As a secret the Opera has elected to keep from itself. Impossible to tell. The redactions are very heavy. Obvious. The Opera wanted him to know what sort of spy. Most recent assignment, Novessa, 91 to present. The folder shuts itself with amidst the crumpled sheets of copy paper and empty takeout containers. Suprema 100s. Cheap superblock export. There are a few mangled filters in the... There's nothing outwardly noteworthy about this pack of Suprema. You leave the cigarettes where you found them. You turn away from...
Так, ну что ж. Судя по всему. Блин, я даже не знаю, стоит ли идти сейчас звонить. Что это опять сюжет двигать. Я бы, наверное, какое-то время доп-квест повыполнял. Так это просто. Ага. И доктору точно. Это доп-квест. Думал, это основной. А, да, к Яне надо сходить поговорить тоже. Что ты, чё тут врешь, скотина? Бля, где тут проход? Я что-то не понимаю. Или... Почему написано, что проход слева? А, действительно. Действительно слева. Давайте к нашему информатору сходим. А его, конечно, нет. Он ждет, пока я позвоню.
The store has been left unattended. A handwritten sign, relic of the district's more communitarian heritage. A few scrawled tags. The old Spies poetry magazine should be somewhere in that mess. By far the largest collection. You see a wild range of... There are no medical textbooks. A prominent Lusian philosopher doesn't seem for... He gazes back at you from the cover, darkly. Underneath it is stated, the philosophical bad boy for our time. You'd be surprised. There are some shocking cases. You turn away.
Так. По-моему, где-то здесь была. Да, вот квартира. Не послышалось, или там этот звонит? Звонит реально. Ну ладно. Может, что случайно дошел до этого квеста, не доеду. Давайте пообщаемся с нашим информатором.
Looks like you missed your tram.
Милита.
But at least you didn't get yourself zeroed out. So thank you for that.
Don't let her hear your surprise. Volley it back.
Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, we've got a lot to talk about. You really went off script back there. We're lucky an old associate reached out and filled us in.
Today, 0 soul down. Artificial dreams flicker against the wall. Fleeting promises of what could be yours for the price of a few soul.
We're only as good as our sources, even when those sources don't technically. You know, I've heard in the developed world they have semioticians who insert secret meta messages into advertisements.
Summer, get out of...
Messages that bypass the mind's conscious defenses entirely, going straight from your senses into your preconscious.
Что это должно видеть? Личин, наверное. Zero. Out.
The enemy's knife turned against its own throw. Moss and lichen removal.
Наверное, не просто как игра называть Zero Parades, да?
Your task etches itself in the folds of your subconscious.
Shh, Operant. Not everything that can be said should.
A bird passes across the beam of the projector, casting a lunatic shadow as it goes.
You said you wanted a chance. Now you've got one.
Ну вот, наконец-то мы узнали, какое же задание у нас.
Assassinate a high-ranking foreign official. Return to the Operant Bureau's graces. This is the offer that's been... You've already given over to yourself. These words are simply gestures to be performed.
Dice cupped in the Manusmati, ready to be flung across the board. Let's talk about what you need now. A plan, a tool, some friends. You recently made a new acquaintance, did you not? An older foreign gentleman.
Наверное.
He seems like a highly knowledgeable individual. I'm sure he could help you find a suitable time and place for your purposes. Then you just need to speak with someone who can dispose of him. Wherever the bank has an office, there's a head of human capital.
Human capital. The youth.
If there's a deal to be struck, they'll be the one to approve it. I'm sure an associate of the bank would be happy to direct you. Find the head of human capital. Find out what your new acquaintance is worth to them. Give them the moon if they ask for it. We'll make it up as we go along. I was thinking something discreet, portable, quiet.
Something to send your enemies to the ash bin.
Ha. Sadly, we haven't got the time nor the connections to arrange a proper import. This one's going to have to be
Opera speak for your problem.
I told them we should have stuffed something in the fax machine. Alas, my request was deemed extravagant. I think a quiet purchase is best. Less paperwork. How you arrange that is up to you. You will. You must. You didn't think you were going to do this alone, did you?
Ghosts descend from the rafters of the city.
I was thinking someone to watch your back. Carry your purse. What I mean is you're going to need a squad.
Squad. From square. A formation that can defend itself in 4 directions.
The knight errant to assemble and guide the rest. The cupbearer to stand by you absolutely. The astronomist to reflect things in a different light. The fool for a reason known only to one. That's a great shame. I'll make sure he gets his unmarked star. Much like your old friend himself. And you think she might be up for this? Worth asking about her availability in any event. No question. You and he always got along. Friends even. Good with wires and things, wasn't he? A decent fool.
No phone line is safe when he's on your side.
Что такое?
Oh, you're serious, aren't you? We don't have to rehash ancient lore, but if you were to insist, he could take up his old role as your astronomist. Right, your cop friend, the Carabinero. He could play nicely as a fool, assuming he hasn't pickled himself in schnapps. You two never got on, as I recall, and yet she took a great risk for you last time. Maybe she'd do it again. An astronomist. Yes, she probably would take any role you offered her. Her, I actually have a note on here in my files. Seems her father set up a clinic on a houseboat somewhere in
Его я знаю.
Maybe worth paying him a visit.
A houseboat doctor. Could it be Dr. Hugo?
Right. The stress of the job seems to have left your double somewhat
impressionable.
Inert. I would probably count him out for this assignment. I'll be there for you as well. You can reach me from any payphone if you need help in theater. For anything extra sensitive, you can call me from the phone in your apartment. It's a pleasure to be working together again. Now get some rest. Don't fall for false advertising.
A click. Then nothing.
Так. Это уже стало еще интересней. То есть там надо банду сколотить, которой мы будем все это проходить. Так, ну я хотел заглянуть к няне. Так, у меня здесь есть какая-то ранжировка. Типа, кто шут, кто не шут. Ага, вот звездочет это получается либо Каролина, либо Эсти, либо Голоцен. Лучше всего Каролина или Эсти. Знаменосец Тукадяна. Окей.
Stray spies still wandering around looking for their forever home.
The girl inspects the.
This is one of those Einzelfucks Petre won't shut up about. Fuck me, there's two of them. I know she's missing, but that's no state secret. Whole world knows.
A flash of your abandoned double, alone in a lonely room.
Fucking losers. Where did you get that anyway?
Be open with her. This girl is not your enemy. She may yet be your ally.
As in dead?
Blown away into the night before you could even give chase.
Sorry to hear it. What happened to him? The worst type of schemery. Sounds like we're two down, Cascade, and getting cunted harder by the minute. Hope he pulls through. Okay, good. Whatever. Guns are an Azuri racket. Bazaar doesn't carry. Handgun? You're looking for an entry-level Azuri frontman. One of those expendable fucks they shove into the grinder. There's a particularly lame one who hangs out near the roundabout. He's tried it on me a couple of 3 times. With rather...
Sounds familiar. She's talking about Goat Eyes, the lovelorn soul of many in...
Keep your powder...
Что-то пока не вижу, как ее завербовать можно. Возможно, пока что и нет возможности. Ну, сначала надо про этого продавщенца поговорить.
Her safety catch flips to off.
Where? Rookie error from a fucking retiree. He should have never picked up that phone. So not the Weeping Eye. Emter. That one's the big bank, right?
This unre-educated youth must be made to feel the full weight of terror behind those 6 letters.
Got it. Anyway.
The phantom vampire squid that straddles the so-called developed world and seizes the mill of history in its
Fuck the bank. You should see what the bazaar brings in. Cold, hard saw. Not imagine. What's he giving them? Are we fucked? Shit. Pretty hardcore. Maybe you are the real thing. Thanks for coming through, Herschel. I honestly don't know. Temple never said anything about him, which was strange.
She's holding other things back from you.
This one? He was terrified from the...
Half a city away. An old man hunches on a damp mattress and thinks...
Does Dante prick say anything else? And what's that gonna cost you? Well, we've gotta do something about him, haven't we, Herschel? Loose fucking end. Someone's gonna trip and...
The girl watches you, dancing the device. Ask.
Speak your piece. Who do you trust? Me or this clapped-up old clown? Oh, that mega violator. Yeah, sure, I've got it. Rarest you've ever known. One of a kind, even.
Ничего.
How do you know you haven't already?
Не понял.
Impossible.
Так, ну 91%, ну ё-моё. Даже тут
A
и чуть не
memory
проебал.
passes through an older memory, and each calls the other a ghost. Both leave a little of themselves.
When do you get so slow, Hirsch? Me. I'm right here. Always have been.
Его зам это типа он, получается?
Of course it can. Why not? Some shit about the laws of reality. Don't be a boring cunt. You never... You think Taxman, prized fucking asset, wouldn't hold up his end of the promise? I told him, Cascade or nothing.
Person to person.
He is there and not there. All your senses twitch at the eeriness, at the undeniable. The girl stubs out her cigarette, steady yet forceful.
How you been, Hirsch?
I've missed you around. Because Tempo was scared of everything. He wanted the backup. He thought they were gonna kill him. Keen prediction.
There's that they again.
Все только наполовину
The
хп.
oft-invoked nemesis of you.
I'm me. I'm a work in progress then. At least I know what I'm aiming for. They're more like bootlegs. Imprints, I think they call them. Sounds impossible, right? I thought so too, but clearly, a little bit possible.
Без пол-литра не разберешься.
I don't have shit of his memories either, so let's not play 20 fucking questions. I'm just him now, and that's it.
А, в смысле воспоминаний нет, а смысл тогда?
There was rain in my head, Hirsch. It was always raining, and it would...
An ordinary night with ordinary...
I don't know. Not that. Not really. But it stopped raining, at least. And why would I want that? Nothing rash about it. Trust me. Anyway, this is a forever kind of deal. And the deal is, I deal with it. Move the fuck on. It feels like I can't quite remember myself. Like I'm watching myself through dream glass. All smudged and smeared. I watched a lot of TV as a kid. Whenever there was a bad storm, the blocking antennas would get fucked and we see pieces of Luthien. That's how it feels sometimes. Like a signal error. Hearing someone else's thoughts and now they're yours. But the static's not the thoughts. It's my mind trying to make sense of them. Nope. Just me. But also there's more me now. Outside the coverage zone.
Интересно.
Yeah. Curse.
You remember him saying that a long time ago. Chant-like. A little ritual.
Weird, yes, but there's nothing fucking singular about it. Because there's a lot at stake. Because I didn't know whether you were on my side, let alone dependable. And because you were pretty late. Being predictable isn't a good thing, Hirsch. Also, I really didn't think you'd believe me. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, the pricks in power fire it up whenever they need a new politicant. All from one guy bootlegging himself over and over for like, according to Tempo anyway. But when we covered intra-Luthien relations in history class, they didn't say
A theory often dismissed as rumor, but taken more seriously on the top levels of the Operant Bureau. The Lusian political ministry are all like, just what on earth has Tempo encircled you in here?
It's Yana. Just one Yana.
Said for herself, not for your sake.
Thanks, Hirsch. New World Order. Still getting to grips with it. Right here. It's mystical fucking gear, Hirsch. I hardly threw...
From beneath her chair, she pulls out a small console device, about the size of a dinner tray. Coloured, but what is this thing? At first glance, it could pass for some unmarked consumer novelty. A portable television, or a handheld game system.
Yeah, it hasn't got an actual name anywhere on it. It's part. This is the thing that made me what I am. Nope. Fucked. Needs batteries. Special Luthien batteries. Might be better for you to, you know, hang on to it or something.
Jackpot.
Because it reminds me I'm basically some failed...
You have noticed our eyes avoid mirrors and windows.
Also, you seem like you're in a load of shit, Hirsch. Maybe you need a backup yourself. So do me a fucking favor. And no, it did not come with an adapter. But it does have cocaine in the seams. And a little bit of nose blood. Speak your piece. One more thing, Hirsch. Now that we're adequately acquainted, I need you to...
She flicks loose ash from the end of her cigarette.
You up for it or what?
This will be a personal call.
His name's Marco.
A close companion, from her expression.
He's not my boyfriend. We were just hanging out for a while. Maybe we still are. Whatever. Some cunt has me in his crosshairs. A cunt with weird headphones and a shit mustache. Well, I'm pretty sure it's about that imprinting device. The Mega Violator. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Honestly, I don't like having it around. I can hear it snickering at me. But I'm not trying to fuck you over. Promise.
She takes a deliberate drag. Eyes.
I'm about action, Hirsch. I'm smoking this headphone cunt out. My asset is already in theater. Kryptonym... Scarf. Yes, obviously. But also... Do I?
When you were 16, you once put your blood type down as mysterious in an attempt to
use your spy shit. Make contact. Tell him I approved the meet. Not remotely. But Scarf has gotten close to the target. Mostly through sheer... Also, you can tell him that my schedule freed up this weekend, so I could see him for like 1 hour, maybe. As long as nothing better comes up, which it might. Good. I like enemies. They solidify my fucking position. But you know what solidifies it even more? Non-stop odd shit with you. No, other people taking care of those enemies for me.
Справедливо. Так, ну я все еще не вижу пока что возможности ее завербовать. Судя по всему, пока что рано. Так. Столько квестов. Можно пойти попробовать ствол купить или доктора поискать. на псевдоподобие или пойти к этому доктору, что к первому. Что с дочкой свел. Даже не знаю реально, чем заняться. Так, ну про это мне пока никто ничего не говорил. Локацию.
A name is emblazoned across the side of the tuk-tuk in a cool blue font partly around the back. An aluminium roll-up door shields the leather upholstered bench is barely big enough for two people to. The window is rolled down just to crack. The cleaner, the tuk-tuk.
Даже на самом деле не знаю, может вообще закончить стрим. Что как-то много всего на самом деле у меня Zero Parade отнимает прям. Вроде бы опять немного играем, 2,5 часа, но я прям утомился как-то. Да, давайте, наверное, сегодня закончу. Ну, главное, что мы вперед продвигаемся. Правда, в основном по сюжету получается. К сожалению. Хотелось бы и доп. Квестики выполнять, конечно. Но пока получается продвигаться только по сюжету. В основном. Но ничего. Я думаю, что и доп. Квестов мы потом наверстаем. Вот, собственно. Завтра продолжим. Все как обычно. Ну, всем, кто смотрел стрим, всем спасибо. Всем пока.